Can you blow a kiss? Mwah. Mwah.
Say thank you. Can you say thank you? Say thank you.
Hey there, dreamers. I'm Jared.
And I'm Mandy. While we were both raised in the city, we wanted a more rural lifestyle for our 5 kids.
So we made the move from Arizona to Utah and have fallen in love with the 4 seasons and wide open spaces.
Jared owns a software company.
And Mandy homeschools our children.
From the time we got married, we have had the goal of building a home for our family.
And we set the intention of doing it early in life while our kids were still young.
10 years later, we're finally breaking ground on our dream home.
We're recording the entire process from beginning to end with the hope that in some small way, our story will inspire you to dream big.
And give you the courage to chase your dreams.
Join us on our journey as we guide you through the process of building a home and turning a piece of dirt into a dream. Hey there, dreamers!
Welcome to episode 2.
In episode 2, we want to share our dream with you, specifically what our home plans look like. But before we do, we had a few questions from friends and family this week.
So we wanted to explain exactly why we're doing what we're doing. We wanted to share with other people the process of building a new home from the beginning all the way to the end because we looked for something like this.
Yes.
Because we wanted to know what the process looked like before we started, and we couldn't find anything. So we're doing this to help anybody who's wanting to build a home, and then also for anybody who wants to join our crazy wild journey of building a home. So that's kind of the why behind the webisodes and Instagram and why we're doing all the things we're doing.
Yeah, so we were getting questions, is this an HGTV show? And no, it's not.
Obviously.
Obviously. And is it a vlog? And not exactly. It's kind of like if those two had a baby, that is what we're creating. We're interviewing and asking people, talking with friends who have built and saying, hey, what would you do differently? What would you do the same? What do you love about your house? What do you dislike now that you lived in it?
Totally.
And so this is that on steroids, like throughout the whole process.
And even if you're not planning on building a home anytime soon, we hope you'll at least find our rowdy family and this wild adventure entertaining.
We're going through all of that. We got a baby crying in the background. May May. Look, hey look. Who is that?
Say hi, Moo.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Anyway, these lessons learned will be for naught if we're the only ones that learn them. So we thought we would document the process and share it with you. So this is how it all happened. We were living in Arizona and there was a new subdivision going up. And so we went and toured their homes, and there were about 4 or 5 different models. And we had toured lots of subdivisions. I mean, this was not a new thing for us. Anytime we saw new ones going up with models, we'd dive in and jump in there and walk through. It was something we did. It was part of the dreaming process. All right, so in this subdivision, there was one particular model that we loved. We really, really felt, it just felt like home.
Yeah, it did. And the flow of it was really, really lovely, and we just liked the whole thing.
We liked it a lot. And so initially, again, we had kind of kicked around the idea of living in Utah, but we weren't there yet. And so we were really considering actually just buying this home, building a home within the subdivision. And then when it came down to it, somewhere shortly after that is when we decided, no, Utah is where we're supposed to be. So I approached the builder, one of the builders, and I said, hey, we love this home, and if we could build with you, we would, but we're moving to Utah, and so can I buy these plans from you? And he said, we're really not in the business of selling our plans. He said, tell you what, hold on just one moment. And he goes out of the room, and he comes back in the room, and he sets down a binder, and he opens it up to basically some blueprints. I mean, they were fairly small, but they were the plans for the home that we loved. And he said, now, I'm just going to walk out front for a few minutes, and then I'll be back to pick this up. And so I was like, is he?
Jared
is
went
he-
into James Bond
What?
mode.
Yeah, so I bust out my phone, right? I stand up and I'm like, okay, and I got to get close because it's like so small, and I'm like, snap, 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 snap. And I get home and I'm so excited, and I tell Mandy he wouldn't sell him. You know, I think I was obviously pulled like a normal, he wouldn't sell him to us, babe.
He likes to fake me out.
And she's like, really? They wouldn't do that? And it's like, no, he wouldn't do that. But he gave them to us for free. So anyway, I had quite a bit of work to do in Photoshop, and it actually ended up looking like this. So here you can see all the stuff that I kind of stitched together, and it's not perfect, but it was definitely close enough to give us a starting point. From there, we made some changes on paper, and then we took it into some design software to draw it out from scratch. Now, we've gotten pretty good at this software, and it's actually the same software that we've used to draw this whole kitchen remodel and create a 3D rendering. If that's something you're interested in learning more about, let us know in the comment section below, and we'll be sure to make a video on how to do that software. It's free.
Now you may notice off to the right a not so mini gym and racquetball court, which is part of the dream and will probably end up in a separate building at some point. But for now, we just stuck with the main house.
At that point, we felt good about the plans and decided to go meet with an architect. And so what we're about to show you is the first rendering, basically the first drawing that our architect created with our input.
At the time, we thought this looked really, really good, and we were super, super excited about it. We're really glad that it took us a full 4 years to build, because the evolution of the interior of the house and the elevation has been a really good thing.
Oh my gosh, look at the back of that. I forgot. What is like this empty space over
I don't
here?
even know. It was...
Oh man.
You guys, I'm really excited for you to see what it looks like now, because it's come so far.
And without further ado,
Ta-da!
so this is a quick look at the front elevation. Just a few minor changes from what you saw originally. No, but literally, guys, I think we went through, probably like 8 or 9 major iterations of the home, with hundreds of small, tiny tweaks and changes here and there. And so, we might have gone to the architect a little prematurely.
We may have, and I think it took us a little while to find a lot that we wanted, and it took us a little while, and then we had seasons. So building up here, you have a shorter window than in a warmer climate.
And that's true. I say we went a little early because we're building now, but if finances and the lot and everything had worked out, we would have built then, and we would have built the house we drew.
We're actually really glad that I always say everything works out, or everything happens for a reason.
Always.
And Jared was so brokenhearted
But I'm starting to believe it.
at the end of a couple of seasons, because he really wanted to build, but then like the next year would come and we'd add new changes, and he'd be like, I'm so glad we didn't build. So we feel really good about where it's at right now.
Absolutely. So this is the front elevation. Let's scroll up to the rear elevation.
Looks just a little better than that previous
Just
picture.
a little bit.
Oh man.
And this is the right. And then over here we have the left. So that's our home, guys. That's what we're building. That's what we've been working towards. And we're so glad to have this finished. These plans have been engineered and stamped, and they're submitted to the county right now. And we're just so excited to have what has been in our minds out on paper now. That's an exciting moment.
It's super exciting, and we just can't wait to see it in person now. So this is our floor plan for the ground level. Obviously, this is the entry. Off to the left, you have the living room, and we put a little window seat here, as requested by Ava. She really wanted a window seat in our house. Off to the right, you have Jared's office and some French doors leading into his office. If you continue down the hall, off to the left, you would go up to the next story. And off to the right, there's a closet for coats because obviously we have cold weather here and it's nice to have somewhere to store all the coats. And then a bathroom. It's a good sized bathroom. Across from this is our guest / homeschool room. Originally we were going to have our homeschool room in the loft upstairs, but we decided it would be really nice to have it near the kitchen, which is where we spend a lot of time. If you continue into this kind of great room area, we have our kitchen, great room, and then the nook is the area where our kitchen table will actually be. And the kitchen is probably one of the things we changed the most in this house, but we feel really happy about how it turned out. So we have a big L-shaped island, a smaller island in the middle. We have our stove, fridge, freezer, a little kitchen desk, and then we have a hidden pantry over here that comes and is kind of behind part of the kitchen. As you walk out of the pantry, on the left, there's a little vegetable sink. We spoke with my cousin who built, and she said this is one of the favorite things she has in her kitchen. She can be making dinner or doing dishes, and her kids can still wash their hands and do other things. So we added a vegetable sink because we thought that sounded like a great idea with as many kids as we have. If you continue on, like I said, the nook is where we'll have a big farm table. And then one of my other favorite things we're going to try and fit in is on the back wall, instead of a regular sliding door or French door, we're going to try and do a 3-paneled accordion door that would open all the way up. Okay, if you come back down into the kitchen and then over to the left, we have our mud room. So we have a stacked washer and dryer here and lockers for boots and coats and things. And then we also added a drinking fountain. This was something that we saw in some parade of homes, and we thought it was such a cute and fun idea, especially again for lots of kids. They can run in and get a drink if they want. We also have a small bathroom here. We added a shower in this bathroom, but it's just the shower head on the wall, and then the bathroom will be finished so that if someone wanted to shower in there, they could, but it's not actually an enclosed shower. So that's going to be a little bit of a unique feature, but we're pretty excited about it.
Oh, and babe, don't forget the urinal. This was
Oh, yes, the urinal.
conversation that was had for maybe a couple of months. And Mandy, despite the men being small in numbers in our family, just me and the boss, we were granted our own urinal, which we cannot wait to utilize. And then lastly, we've got the basically the garage. And so it's nice. We've got our 2-car garage to handle our vehicles. And then in the 3rd-car garage, we currently have a boat. And again, dreaming big, we're making space for other toys to arrive. Mm-hmm. And so we've got, a good portion, basically a really long distance here to fit some of those things. And this area will basically be a workshop area where I can have all of my tools and things that we use to...
You can build me anything I want.
To build stuff. So if you walk up the main stairs, you'll come to the 2nd story. So on the right-hand side, you've got 2 bedrooms. We see bedroom 2 most likely being Boston's, and bedroom 3 most likely being Ava and Paisley's. And they've got a bathroom with 2 sinks in it between them. We tend to go through towels a lot in our family, and so we've got a linen closet here accessible right from the bathroom to house all of those. As you move forward, you've got the loft area, which will be a great family space to hang out in, especially at night as we have kind of our evening ritual where we read together, pray together. It'll just be kind of the gathering between all of the bedrooms. As you heard in the last episode, this is probably one of the things our kids are most excited about, and that is a fire pole. And now we do have a 5-foot tall gate that will go in front of it, but when mom and dad are good with it and supervising, they will be able to slide down the fire pole right into the hidden pantry. To the left of that is another linen closet, which I'm sure we'll put to good use. And below that is our laundry room. You notice we actually had a laundry room on the main story. This will most definitely be the laundry room that we utilize the most.
We actually heard from multiple people how beneficial they found having 2 laundry rooms. So you could do like your rags and stuff from the garage in one and then kind of clothes and everything upstairs and another one. So
we spoiled ourselves, and we sprung for 2 laundry rooms. To the side of the laundry room is the 4th bedroom, and we anticipate this being Jade and Maylee's bedroom. However, we are kicking around the idea of having one more child, and if that ends up being a boy, this plan will all work great. If it ends up being a girl, since bedroom 4 is the smallest, Boston, the solo dude, would probably move to bedroom 4, and we'll put our 3 young girls in bedroom 2. So there's a little bit of flex happening here depending on the events and how they come to pass. Then moving into the master suite, we have a large open room that's almost square, and we've got 2 barn doors, so there's a his and hers entrance to the bathroom. Immediately upon walking in, you'll see a freestanding tub. Across from that, we've got an inset shower with a glass front. Behind the shower is a nice big walk-in closet, and then coming back out of the bathroom, attached to the master suite is the bonus room, and this room truly was a bonus. Our architect was looking at our plans, and he said, "Now what about the back porch?" He's like, "I noticed it's just dead space above that." And we're like, "I don't know." And he's, "What is it attached to?" And he just schemed and said, "Well, look, it's actually touches your master suite wall. We could attach it. You guys could have a sitting area." And so the more we kind of thought about it, we're like, yeah, that would be great. We could have a desk in here kind of for morning study stuff. And we actually ended up doing some additional, basically like a little kid cave. So this will look like a small house for the kids to play in while we're doing our morning routines, kind of keep an eye on the little ones while we still execute and get our stuff done for the day.
So there's actually one more staircase up. Originally, we were not going to finish the attic, but because the water level on our lot is so high, we were unable to put a basement in, and so we decided to finish the attic to give ourselves a little bit of extra space. I also think attics have a really fun feel for little kids, and I wanted a space where they could go and have shelves with books and doll houses and just a really fun kid space where they could go and kind of have their little magical enchanted place. So if you come up the stairs, there's space to the left and then also to the right. So we'll probably put a bathroom off to the right, and then off to the left we'll just have maybe some bunk beds. We're thinking we could sleep some extra people up here, possibly even put in a guest room, and then, like I said, just have some shelving and just a really fun play space for the kids. So this will obviously be finished at a later time. So we haven't completely designed the space, but we're really excited to have the space available, and we'll keep you posted on what it ends up looking like.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you join us in our next episode.
In our next episode, I'll actually be sharing footage of the model home we talked about that we based our plans off of.
Please subscribe to our channel and like us on Instagram.
Bye!
Okay, you ready? Yes? No? What are you recording yourself?
Okay.